Today I want to reflect on the interplay between my ego and superego, especially in light of my experiences with retroactive jealousy (OCD). I've encountered some incredible synchronicities recently that have guided me on this path of understanding. I've been grappling with retroactive jealousy (OCD), which often feels overwhelming. Intrusive thoughts about my partner's past seem to trigger my ego, making it feel threatened. It's as if this part of me demands reassurance, seeking to validate my worth. Meanwhile, my superego amplifies these feelings, drawing on past conditioning about love and relationships. Freud, who coined the terms ego and superego, described the ego as the rational part of our psyche that balances the desires of the id with the constraints of reality, while the superego represents our internalized morals and societal expectations. The ego thrives on the concept of I-ness, leading me to believe I am special and deserving of validation. This mindset can create a need to control my environment and circumstances. When OCD kicks in, it intensifies this need for control, making me feel like I must do certain things right to avoid catastrophe or discomfort. The rituals become a way to manage my anxiety, but they only provide temporary relief, keeping me trapped in a cycle of fear and compulsion. In contrast, the superego is shaped by societal norms and my past experiences, influencing how I perceive myself and others. It often tells me that I should be perfect, that I shouldn't have these thoughts, or that I need to perform certain actions to be deemed acceptable. This can create a suffocating pressure feeding into my OCD. Last night while washing the dishes, I put on The Peaceful Warrior, one of my favorite films. I only caught a few scenes, but one moment struck me deeply. Socrates, the teacher, tells his student, "Take out the trash, Dan. The trash is anything keeping you from what matters." This moment, here, now. That phrase resonated powerfully, serving as a reminder to clear my mind of the unnecessary clutter my ego clings to. Today, while working for a 70-year-old man, he shared his secret to a fulfilling life: get rid of the trash and focus on the positive. This echoed the wisdom of Socrates, reinforcing the idea that holding on to negative thoughts only weighs me down. Later that evening, at Sahaja Yoga, the teacher shared something profound. He mentioned that our ego resides on the left side of our brain, while the superego is on the right. When either is inflated, it blocks our kundalini energy from rising, preventing us from connecting with the divine. This insight perfectly aligns with what I've been learning about the need to release these inflated identities to access a deeper spiritual connection. It was enlightening to see how these lessons intertwined, revealing that the journey toward peace involves acknowledging the ego while challenging the rigid beliefs of the superego. Meditation has become a crucial tool in my journey, allowing me to soften the grip of my ego and superego. Through meditation, I find moments of stillness where I can observe my thoughts without judgment, creating space for self-compassion. It helps me recognize that my thoughts do not define me, and that it's okay to let go of the need for perfection. While rewatching Into the Wild, I heard a character say, "When you forgive, you love, and when you love, God's light shines on you." This resonated deeply, reminding me that letting go isn't solely about removing negativity. It's also about creating space for love and light in my life, transcending the constraints of both the ego and superego. As I continue to journey through of my understanding, the ego and superego, I feel a sense of hope. These synchronicities remind me that finding peace is an ongoing process. I've begun to reflect on what trash I need to take out in my life and how I can allow love to illuminate my path. The lessons I'm learning are not just about managing OCD, they're about embracing my whole self, and finding freedom in the present moment, ultimately allowing my kundalini to rise and connect more deeply with the divine. May I leave you with this final thought in the words of the Buddha: pain is certain, suffering is optional. May you be happy, may you be at peace.